Greetings from Central Texas. This is my 94 XJ four-wheel drive standard with the 4.0 liter, and it's got a little bit of a lift on it. It's a 3-inch rough country that I just recently did. I like how it came out. What I'm going to be doing today is looking at why the back hatch rattles so bad when I go down the road. So if you can tell, you can see that there's some play in there. So one of the things that I've found is that, you know, initially I thought it was these little guys here, these stoppers, or even the weather stripping, but that is not the actual problem here. What the problem is, and I found by researching this on YouTube and all over the place, is that this post right here, and I don't know if you can see it real well, but inside here there's a pretty bad groove worn into it. See if you can see that from any angle. You can kind of see it there. So there's a groove worn into it. So basically what I need to do is take that post, and I could replace it with a new one, or if you look at the back side of it, there's nothing worn there. And this thing is pretty symmetrical, so I'm just going to basically flip that around, and that way it'll grab a little more meat when it closes. To do that, there are two 13mm nuts down below here that I've got to remove, and a backing plate. So we'll go through that real quick and get it turned around and see if that helps. Okay, so I've removed the weather stripping just back a little bit so you can see those nuts in there just a little bit better. Let's go underneath here and take a look, and you can see where they are up in here. So you see there's a backing plate on there as well. So I'm going to remove those two nuts and that backing plate, and then flip that whole thing around. I'll do that, give you a view from up here so you can see how that's going. It's real easy to get to from underneath. So we'll just pull those off, and I've already kind of loosened them just a little bit. Get the other one started as well, and then I'll just spin them off. And I'm using a wobble socket just to make it a little easier to get in there. Okay, and we're loose. And let me go ahead and get that. Oh, just fell. Okay. All right. So also on this backing plate, you can see that one side is rough and the other side is smooth. When we go back in, we want to make sure that we put the proper side, that rough side, up against the body. All right, so now we can pull this out. All right, so when I take this out, and you can see right in here, you can see how worn that is. Okay, so really all we're going to do, and there's a few other parts here that we want to make sure that we don't lose. Basically, just some little flat metal here, and a indented one that goes down in and sets in that space. Okay, so essentially what we're going to do here, leave that in there, and this stays as well, and we're going to take that and turn it around backwards, just like that. Okay, now you see that groove is facing back, so that'll allow the hatch to actually catch where it needs to. I'm going to take a look up here. See, it's going to pull it in essentially and catch it. go ahead and put that back together. Pretty simple. Okay, so work it up in there. Get that metal piece on there first. And then get that nut started. Just kind of pulled up there. And I can do this one now with the extension, and it should go just fine. There we go. Sorry, getting in the way there. Okay, so we want to make sure that we push that post all the way forward before we tighten it down as well. Okay, let me get my socket back on here. Make sure we're tightening. Okay, you can hear it tighten down pretty good. There's that one. And then okay, nice and tight on both of them. Let me get this weather stripping put back together. You need to get a screwdriver or something to get it worked in there. And that's there. Okay. Well, let's see if that worked. Okay. Ooh. There's no movement anymore. So that really made a huge difference there. You can really feel that the mechanism engages a lot tighter. So hopefully that helped. I'll definitely drive it and see, you know, if things are going well there. Okay, so got it all back together. I'm gonna shut the hatch. We're gonna drive around here just a little bit there, and we'll see if that helped out. Tighten it. Some leaves falling in. All right, let's see what happens. Here we go. Wow, that really did the trick there.